Hi, kindergartners. Today's STEM lesson is going to start with a book, One Dog Canoe. I set off one morning in my little red canoe. My dog wagged his tail. Can I come too? You bet, I said. A trip for two, just me and you. I dipped my paddle in the ribbons of blue. Beaver stopped chewing. Can I come too? There's not much room. It's a one-dog canoe. But with a slap and a swim, Beaver scrambled in. I swished past ferns where dragonflies flew. Loon stretched her wings. Can I come too? I doubt you'll fit. It's a one beaver, one dog canoe. But with a whoo flap, Loon landed on my lap. Silently we glided under silver webs of dew. Wolf peered from the pines. Can I come too? Maybe next time. It's a one loon, one beaver, one dog canoe. But like an arrow on the wind, Wolf bounded in. Still I paddled on in my little red canoe. Bear slid down a tree. Can I come too? We're pretty darn full. It's a one wolf, one loon, one beaver, one dog canoe. But with a grunt, thump, ka-wump, Bear dropped on his rump. I J-stroked and C-stroked. What else could I do? Moose lifted his head. Can I come too? You'll do us all in. It's a one bear, one wolf, one loon, one beaver, one dog canoe. But with a toss of his rack, Moose climbed in the back. We teetered. Woo, I really teetered. We teetered and tottered. I glared at my crew. Frog hopped to a rock. Can I come too? Frog, can't you see? It's a one moose, one bear, one wolf, one loon, one beaver, one dog canoe. But with a leap, plop, swoosh-a-bang, flop. We sputtered, splashed, swam, drip-dried on the sand. Sorry, Beaver said. We should have listened to you. Guess you were right. It is a one-dog canoe. I started to grin. It's okay. We had a good swim. Then together we bailed till my vessel was dry, and with a push-a-swish glide, we waved goodbye. I set off that evening as the northern lights grew, just me and my pal in a one-dog canoe. Whether you're in a canoe or a kayak, a boat or a raft, what makes it float? Let's learn more about that.
The smart question today is, why can ships float? And the clever answer, I will tell you now. Many of you have a toy boat, and since it's light and small, you may think that's the reason why it can float. But there are also quite large boats that have many people on board. They're quite heavy and float anyway. How this works, I will show you in an experiment, and it needs the following things: a bowl of water and a piece of modeling clay. First of all, form your modeling clay into a ball. Then put it gently in the water bowl, and it sinks to the bottom. Now you take out the modeling clay and form your ball into a plate. When you let go of it, it's also going to sink to the bottom of your bowl. But if you form it into a small boat, it floats. It's not about the weight, but obviously it's about the shape of an object, whether it is floating or not. The item must displace more water to the sides as it weighs. This is called displacement. If your ship is constructed like that, it can push away more water than its own weight, and therefore it can float and doesn't sink.
Now it's your turn. Your STEM challenge this week is to design and construct or build a boat that floats. Here are your directions. For the Build a Boat STEM challenge, you are to design and create a boat that floats on water. For your materials, you can use straws, foil, popsicle sticks, Play-Doh, tape, scissors, coins, any other ideas that you can come up with. But remember, you cannot use a toy boat. After you create your boat, you need to test it out. Grab some coins that you have at your house, pennies, quarters, nickels, dimes, $50, and start putting them in your boat and see how many coins your boat can hold. Here's how my boat tested out. For my materials, I chose to use foil, paper straws, wooden skewers, some yellow tape, scissors, and some pennies to test it out. Here is my finished boat. Now it's time to test it. I have filled up my sink, I've got my boat, and the first test is, does it float? Yay! Now I'm gonna put some pennies in it and see how many I can get it to hold before it sinks. So I ran out of pennies. I had to go get other coins, and it took 100 coins, and then it started to dip down and take on some water. So I could make modifications, or maybe I think that's pretty successful that it took 100 coins. Now, after I'm done with my project, remember, part of doing STEM projects is always cleaning them up. If your boat works, great. If your boat doesn't work, that's great too. Now you get to make some modifications, some changes. Good luck today designing and constructing a successful boat.